Hello everyone! How are you all? Sorry I'm a few minutes late. It's Kylie Bertucci here with you, Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. Now I'm just keeping an eye on everything to make sure that we're all going live. Excellent connection apparently today. Yes, we'll see how long that lasts. But so good to see you all chatting. We shall see if I can see a face. Yay! Good. We're live. Thank you all so much for being here. I see lots of familiar names, a few new names too. I saw someone say, you're going to enjoy the lives. I'm sure I'm going to have a lot of fun today. Yes, I'm ready for a fun project too. Are you making one for me? No, I'm very organized. I've tried my new system this week. Working with a new bundle, which has actually been really good so far. I can't believe that just focusing on one bundle and doing a number of cards, how successful it's been. 2 weeks in a row. So maybe it's a new thing that is going to be very helpful in my business and also very helpful for all of you, hopefully, as well. So Jennifer just says, she said, I'm so happy the card that Bruno made I received in the mail, and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm so glad you received it, Jennifer. Now, if you're watching the replay and you're wondering what on earth is Kylie referring to, you need to be logged into YouTube, and you need to be on YouTube to see all of the comments. You may be here live and maybe you can't see the comments. Again, you'll need to have an actual account, a YouTube account, to see all of the comments. So we would love you to be part of the conversation. It's a lot of fun. Everyone's sort of connecting with one another. Hey Danette, it's been a while since you've caught us live. Well, it's good to see you here. Lynn said it's 11 p.m. in the UK. We've got Zoe from California. So exciting. You're from all around the place. Erica's from Wollongong. We know that that's an Australian one. Good to see you from all the way from Wollongong, Erica. Thank you, Carol. I feel very puffy. So let me give you the latest update of this week. There's always something, isn't there, at the moment? All of us are going through so many challenging times. So last week we had some news that my mum and her husband, she's remarried probably about 3-4 years ago, in fact, because we were in the Philippines when they got married. But they went on holidays. They sort of went from a remote area in New Zealand up in the north. It's a beautiful area where they live. But they decided to go more into the city. And Mum's husband, Michael, had a stroke. She said she looked at him, he grabbed his arm, like held it really tight, and then couldn't speak, and so she rang the ambulance straight away. The firemen got there first, and then they airlifted him to hospital, and it really wasn't looking good last week. So it was a bit of a stressful week last week. However, he is improving and things are going well, which is excellent. We're really happy to see things improving all the time. Still challenging. Where he had the stroke is right where his speech is, so he's still not speaking, but it's been about a week and a couple of days now since that happened. I know, it's so sad for Mum, and it's so difficult during COVID because it's not like I can get on a plane and go there and help. But then this week Dad went back into hospital, my dad, and they're doing more tests and everything. That they're looking at biopsies. I think they're checking for cancer. So they've seen some things on his liver and pancreas. So we find out Monday what's happening with him. But he's in good spirits. He seems really fine and good for now. So all happening. Bruno's dad is good, which is good. At least one of them is good. So yeah, there's been a lot happening with all the men in the family. But thank you so much for all your thoughts and prayers, and it just helps us to have empathy because we understand all the challenges that so many of us are going through. because it isn't easy when our loved ones, particularly during this time, like all I want to do is get on a plane, but it's so difficult. You just don't know what's going to happen from one day to the next. Even here in Victoria, it's just so unpredictable. You could end up becoming more useless than you are when you're at home. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, it's terrible news, but yeah, we're going to stay positive and take each day as it comes. I know for me, I tend to just go straight to junk food when I'm feeling. So last night I'm eating chips, drowning my sorrows with everything that's going on. But you know, we just got to keep taking one day at a time. Yeah, there's so much going on, but you know, this is life at the moment with everything going on. Looking forward to better times ahead. I really am. So what else has been happening? We've been good. We've finished our backyard. We've done a massive project in our backyard, which has been an awesome distraction on top of everything that's happening with Stamping Up, because we don't want to work constantly, do we? We've got to have a bit of fun. So Bruno has been working really hard on our backyard, and it just looks so beautiful. We put the last piece in, which is gorgeous concrete table out there, and we're just so happy with how it all looks. So that's been a good distraction. We've been painting the fence and doing all sorts, so that's been really nice. We've got a few new exciting things that are happening with Stamping Up. There's been a few new products that have been released, which is good because crafting is like the perfect distraction of all of them, because it helps us to be a little bit less stressed out as well, which I love it when I can come in here and just craft away and pretend everything is fine in the world. So I'll just show you here the new, where are we? That one there. We've got some new products and they're gorgeous. Butterflies. We can never have too many butterflies, or dies. give us dies and butterflies and paper, of course. You know, we're all paper addicts here, aren't we? We're in good company. So I'll just have a look here, see what I can show you. I think I've got a flyer. I do. Here we go. Let me show you the flyer, because then you can have a look. Now, the only way to get this right now, just to give you a heads up, if you, anywhere you live, in fact, but you can get this by joining up as a demonstrator. So you can either join and add $235 of anything you want here in Australia, and this could be one of the items that you add, or you can add anything else. You know, you can add other things. It's totally customizable what you can put in your kit. So let me share this gorgeous page. You ready to see this? It's so pretty. Have I got it on? Yes, I have. Here we go. Whee! So this is Butterfly Bouquet. So as it says here, it's exclusive and early release products. So these are going to be coming out with the annual catalogue. Can you believe that? The annual catalogue. We're already talking about the annual catalogue. How quickly is time going? So this is going to be available from the 2nd of March until the 3rd of May. However, you can get it now if you join. So demonstrators get to order it early, even earlier than you, the early release. But look at this here. It's just absolutely gorgeous. They've put this paper in the background and then just put the one butterfly on the front. Then you've got this gorgeous one here. This looks like designer series paper on both sides. The one on the right with the little hello. Just beautiful. So there's these products here. So you can get the bundle with it. I love these bricks down the bottom right hand side. That's going to be fun to play with. And they're dies. Oh no, that's the stamp, isn't it? That one there. So that's cool. And then there's these two different types of paper. It's the 6x6 butterfly paper, but then there's also the Natural Touch specialty paper. That one looks really pretty. Gorgeous. And then we've got the whole collection, which That's what I've ordered. I was hoping it had come before our live today. I was hoping it had arrived yesterday, but maybe it's on the way. Maybe it'll arrive during our live, which would be really cool. I can show you that. I'll set up a new video just for the Butterfly Brilliance collection. So there you go. So I just wanted to keep you in the know of what is happening in terms of new product and how you can get your hands on that now, because it's really important to be in the know. I'm having a bit of coffee. It's my wake up call. It's my fuel for card making today. But I won't spill it. I'm putting it far away from my projects. I don't want to risk it. Oh, we've got Jenny's the first time watching. Nice to see you, Jenny. Now, the other thing that's happening is our Hey Chick promotion. So you probably saw that as well. Let me have a look and show you that. So that's happening now. So the Hey Chick, let's have a look at that. It's so cute. I've seen brilliant cards done with it. So let me show you here. I think I've got, it doesn't have a flyer, but anyway, I can show you this one here. I think that should be all right. So it's just got the product details here, and it's got the, oh yeah, it opens up. So there's the Hey Chick with all the dies. So that's available now for purchase as a demonstrator, or you can add this to your starter kit as well. Remember, your starter kit is fully customizable, so you can add that. You just have to search Hey Chick. I think if we even go, what might even be better is if I go to my shop. How do you go to your shop, Kylie? Let me show you. You go to kyliebertucci.com and then you click on shop. Just click on that top one, or even Stampin' Up products, and hopefully that link works. Yay, it does. And up the top banner here, it should be one of these banner items. Yep, there it is there. Or you can go up to sales and specials, or no, what's new, there you go. And it's Hey Chick. So click on there, and then you have all of the new products with that one. So there's 2 bundles to look at, which is really cute. And then you can use the little fence and the little chickens. So lots of fun things there to look at as well. So that's the Hey Chick bundle. So Hey Chick and the butterfly bouquet. They're the 2 new ones. And what other show and tell have we got? Oh, I've got another show and tell for you. Let's see if I can get it for you. We've got new tutorial. Yay! So this is the new Love You Always tutorial. So we've got lots of samples here for you. 12 samples. And these all have a video that go with it. So that's really cool. And you can $22 Australian for that one. So I'll just add the link on YouTube for you so that you can get the latest tutorial bundle. And we've got a lot of other bundles there as well. So yes, I know the large die in the butterfly bouquet cuts out the butterflies in the designer series paper. That's exciting, Denise. That's cool. And yes, it's in the morning here, hence the morning puffy eyes. I'm actually more awake in the evening than I am at the night time. Yeah. So that's exciting news. And I think there was one other thing that I thought of. So we've got the tutorial. We've got the new, I think that might be all of the latest Stampin' Up news. I feel like there's something else, but I think that's the majority of it. And in case some of you don't know, what have we got here? I'll put this card making course link. that we do have a very exciting card making course that we have created, and we're constantly adding new videos to that card making course. And I'll just show you here how you can see more info. But when you click on that link, it will take you to here, the card making course. And then as you scroll down, you can see here who the instructor is, but it has the course curriculum here on the front page. So you can see here that you can get an introduction to card making and stamping. So we've had a lot of people during this pandemic start card making that have never done card making before. And I knew that I needed something to help support them in their new adventure of card making. So if you're watching this channel, you're from Australia, or you've never done card making before, we actually give this to anyone who purchases over $100 with us gets this for free. So it's normally $99 for this, but if you spend, basically if you spend $99 with us on our Stampin' Up online store, then you get it for free, because we want you to get support. So, and anyone in the world can sign up for this card making course. It's available for demonstrators, for customers around the world. Even if you're a customer of someone else in another country, you're more than welcome to sign up for this course. And it has all of these videos. So you can see some of these videos are quite short. Some of them are a little bit longer. This is 27 minutes. But some of them are like 3 minutes or 10 minutes. So some of them are quite short, the videos. But they're going to go through every single item that you need to get yourself started, and also the skills that you need to know in order to start your card making, because we can collect all of these items and then not know what to do. Like, how great, I've got all these items, I've got cardstock, but how do I cut it? How do I fold it? How do I use it? So even the adhesive section, look at all the different adhesives that we have. So there's a whole section on what adhesive to use and what it's used for. They all have different purposes. Then we've got a whole entire coloring section. So there's a lot of coloring. Ink pads, blends, markers. What's the difference from a Stampin' Write marker and a Stampin' Blend? We've got daubers, brayers, paint, embossing, like so many different things. Embossing paste. So we go through all of each of those. And then this is the fun bit here where we're going to be adding more and more technique videos. So we've got 3 there so far, but that is going to be continually to be added to. Now this course, once you pay, that's it. You get access to anything that we add or update on this. You never have to pay anything extra again. So it's $99 and lifetime access. So we've kept it very, very reasonably priced, because we want it to be something that a lot of people have access to, that's available to a lot of people, because we know that we need support. There's been a few that have signed up for this course that have been stamping for 25 plus years, and a number of them have said, I cannot believe how much I'm learning, even though I'm actually a long time stamper. Things that I've just, the foundational, the simple things, or maybe Stampin' Up have introduced new products. I think that that's going to be really interesting, that when new products come along, that we'll be able to do a video and almost do like a product highlight, but also show how to use it. Not just, here's a new product, but we want you to be able to use those items in your card making. So, thanks, Carol. Thanks, Anne-Marie. Fabulous course. You girls are lovely. I'll pay you later. Thank you. Thanks, Lena. So all of my team members receive this training for free while they're a current demonstrator. So they get it for free. And then any customer who spends over $99 gets access for 6 months. And then we just review it again in 6 months to see if they've spent, if you've spent the $99 again, then you get the free course again. So we just review it every 6 months. So did we include the watercolor pencils? I'm pretty sure I did. Where have we got it here? Yes, watercolor pencils is 7 minutes and 58 seconds. I did include that one. So yes, very, very good. That's good to know when you're new to stamping and card making. I'm not good at stamping. I just use the dies, Pat says. Yeah, it will definitely help you. So I know that will come in really handy for a lot of new stampers, but also long-term stampers, because just having it all in one place, sometimes YouTube can be a bit overwhelming because it's just all over the place. And searching, how do you search for something that you don't know is there, right? So that was what I was thinking. That was my main motivation behind it. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Joanna. Very sweet. So I'm just going to connect my other computer. Sorry your families are going through tough times health-wise. Oh, thank you so much, Christine. Yes, it's been a very, very challenging time for the family, but I'm very fortunate that I've got a really beautiful family, and they're all very, like my sister cares for my dad over in Perth, and they're just amazing human beings, and we all sort of support one another, help one another, which is pretty amazing. Especially during stressful times like this, having a good family makes a big difference. And I've got 4 brothers and sisters, which is amazing. So big family. So we've got lots of support and help, which is really nice. Because even my dad's family, he's got a big family as well. So, and they've been really amazing. And there's nurses in the family. There's, yeah, a lot of medical people that are helping out as well, which I think it's reassuring when you have that in your family. So I'm going to show you now the cards that I'm going to, I don't even know which one I'm doing today. Maybe I'll get you all to pick. You can pick your favorite. So, update on the family. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to show you here. Let's have a look. I'll just show you one by one. So what have we got? So today we're going to be using this one here. I decided to focus, those of you that were here last week, I decided to focus on one bundle that we may have missed from the mini catalogue. And by using this one bundle, it's just showing you a number of projects using the one set of products. Because I think, you know, one card's great, but having, you know, a number of cards. Today I've got 4 cards to show you using this amazing set. I think I'm missing, oh no, there it is there. Good. Okay, we ready? So I'm using this one today, which you may have missed. It's one of these ones that I thought, wonder if there's something that they've missed in the catalogue. So this is called Vine Design. So this is the one we're featuring today. And I've got 4 amazing cards to show you using this bundle of products. Have some of you missed this one? Now what's cool is there's another die on the back too. This is quite a big die set, this one, which you may not realise. It's one of the bigger ones. Now, the cards that I've come up with, so firstly, this one's sort of like a combo. These two go together. So I decided to use one of the dies for sponging. So I've got this beautiful Blushing Bride one here that I've done some sponging with the die. And the brushes, I've used the blending brushes, and just very rustic. You know, it's just a nice technique to use your dies as like a mask. So I've used it as a mask and done that sponging in the background. It's kind of like, you know, a bit abstract, this one, but I love this one. I think is my favorite card of all of them, but anyway, you can pick your favorite. So the die that I used for the sponging, of course, we're not going to waste that, right? So this is it here. Doesn't that look hot? So what I've done is I've sort of created the ombre effect with my blending brushes so that it just has this beautiful effect. I've kept these very minimal and, you know, really wanted to highlight that gorgeous die. I feel like it's almost like a bit 3D, this die. It's just so, so pretty. And the fact that you can use like this combo together, make 2 cards out of, you know, one sort of thing, is really fun. So, and these sentiments also come from the stamp set. So it's all using the stamp set. The only thing I've added here is some of those epoxy dots. So a bit of embellishment. Now the next one is a very simple one, and you could do this with any color. You could mix this up, you could do it a number of colors, but I decided to do a bit of monochrome, a bit of black and white. And this is with just highlighting the stamp set only. So gorgeous, right? Simple, easy, just stamping on the background with those amazing stamps that come in the set. And then I've used the die and the sentiment. So really pretty, simple, easy card. Like, this is not a difficult card to make, very quick, but you could change this up very easy by just changing out the colors. And also, if you wanted to, I think last time with one of my other cards, just to give an idea of scale, but last week I used the thoughtful touches, and you can see here, so I've done like quite a, like almost to the edge stamping. But if you did that same thing, you can see here with these two, it's the same card, but I've just cut down that middle layer a little bit smaller, and it gives it a completely different look. Like, this is sort of like the framed look, I would call it. It frames it differently, and I really like this look. Like, I like both, but I just think this changes up a design very quickly and easily just by cutting it down a little bit. So if you cut that down and added more of a border, more of a black border, it would give it a different look altogether. Maybe we'll try that today as well to show you. So that's a good way to utilize that one. And my last one, I think, is really, I really like this one. I'm actually happy with all of these cards. You know, sometimes you do them and you're like, but I'm really happy with all of them. And they came together really quickly. So the last one is this one here. I've used Night of Navy and Whisper White. Ta-da! So I've added in the stitched label dies with this one, because I wanted to show how you don't have to just use the dies on top, how it can actually be an accent behind one of the dies. So even if you used one of the, because we've got a lot of layering, and hopefully you all have these, but we've got a lot of like layering ovals, or the layering circles, or even the layering squares. So you could use any of those to create sort of this beautiful design behind one of those shapes. And it's going to change the shape completely and change the look of that die. It gives you a lot of flexibility to sort of, for more ideas, but that's the one that I use, the stitch nested labels with this one, because I just love, to me, the stitched nested labels and then all these layering dies are just absolutely like a must-have item in your collection, because these dies are just such great basic dies that you're going to use over and over again. And also the rectangle dies, although they dropped before our live. They look a bit like this. Literally a few minutes before I went live, it was like, oh, they're on the floor. And Bruno and I just looked at each other like, of course they're on the floor. Everybody on the floor. No, don't go on the floor. But yes, so that will be easy to pop them back in place. I'm just popping them in now. Why not, while I'm here? Bear with, please, just one moment. Okay, we're back in business now, I think. I think those two go there actually. So I'll just show you here. Let's bring you in actually, because that will be nice to see the desk. I'll just pop those over there. Oh my goodness, my desk needs a clean already. I've got this new background that I was meant to keep it nice and tidy, but no, in true Kylie form, it's got glue all over it. This is a well-used desk. That's what you call it, isn't it? I've got my baby wipe. I probably need to get my take your pick tool out and scrape it all off. I should be using my silicone mat more often. Like Lisa Curcio does. She gets her silicone mat for anything gluey. She doesn't glue on the desk. That's a bit better. Crazy. I've got some tissues here too. I think I pulled them out. Oh, there they are. Tissues and baby wipes are like a must-have essential for your craft room, because there's always something sticky or messy. That's a bit better. So let's have a look at our cards and let's see which one I'm vibing. Let's see which one I'm resonating. Which one are you resonating with? What would you like to see me do? We'll take a vote. Yeah, it is actually. Oh, this, yeah, marble background. But we'll see which one. These are also classy. They are very classy cards, actually. That's true. Where's the other one? Oh, there. I could start with this one, actually, and then we'll see how we go for time, because this one's a really simple one, the black and white one. Really easy and simple. So we'll have a play of that, and maybe we can just cut it down like I said, and I'll show you the difference between the two, because yeah, it just gives a completely different look when you have a smaller size. So lately I've been using my little small grid paper. I like using my little grid paper. This comes with the Stamparatus, the little mini grid paper, but you can order this separately. Now, Bruno's done a good job over here. He came in this morning, he goes, how can I help you? He's such a good husband. Do you want me to do some cutting for you? And look, he's done all this cutting for me. My cute husband. He's a good man. He tolerates me, so he's a very good man. So what I'll do is I'll cut this down a little bit. Now, if some of you don't have the, the first one you like best, that's exciting. I think we might do a bit of sponging. We'll see how we go for time. Like this one here. Oh, someone likes the hello card. Oh, the navy one. A few of you are saying the navy. Anyway, we'll see how we go. We might do them all. Wouldn't that be fun? See how quickly I stop talking Kylie and craft. So I'm just going to pull out my card templates. If you haven't got these are super handy if you're wanting to change the sizing of things, or even to get an idea of sizing. And I'll put up the link for you to get the tutorial. So you just cut it out yourself. Now, a question, you like my keyboard? I'll just bring my keyboard in. A question that I get given often about these card template tutorials is that some people say, oh, I can't get them because I don't have all of the Stampin' Up cardstock, like all of the colors like I have. So you can see here I've color coded them and put the colors. But what you can do is, instead of just having the measurement, is you can also have the color. So just write the color. It doesn't matter what color it is. Do it all the same color, but just name it. It's almost like naming that layer. So don't think that you have to have all of the stamp. You can build up the colors, of course, but yeah, you don't need them. So if I have a look at this one here, I'm pretty sure I've used the, yes. So I used the Calypso Coral, and then I used the Bermuda Bay layer. That was the measurement size. So I'll do the same for our card today, just to change it up a bit, because this one here is similar to this size here. See how I've just cut it down a bit? But anyway, it'll make sense in a moment. You'll see what I mean, how it can change a card just by chopping it down a bit. So let me get the measurements. I'll do this one, the Calypso Coral size first. Yes. And that one. Oh, everyone's saying the navy. All right, let's do the navy one too. We'll make sure I do that one next. And if we have time, I'll do the next one. And then this one is the one that we're going to stamp on, which is going to be the Bermuda Bay size. So yeah, if you haven't seen my card templates, just go and have a look. If you have any questions about the card template tutorial, just ask. But it is just to help you to get the most out of your cardstock. But also it's kind of like it's like a real life sketch for you. So it helps you to see what sizing you want for your cards. I think that was probably my biggest issue, was my math is really bad. I'm not a mathematician in any sense of the word. So this helped me to, yeah, it's just not have to do math when I'm card making. I don't want to make my card making boring. Don't make me do math. And I just kept cutting things wrong, and I just get it the wrong size. And so this has helped me a lot. And Bruno, who is actually quite good at math, he's pretty much a mathematician, that one. He did some pretty hardcore math at school. But even he loves them because he uses them as a translator, because we have like all the different measurements from around the world, and he uses it as a translator when we're doing tutorials, because we want to be able to have tutorials that match everyone in the world, and we don't use inches in Australia, so it does some interpreting for us as well, which is very handy. But yeah, he uses it quite a bit. He's like, at first he felt a bit closed in, like, what do you mean I can't just cut it the way I want to cut it? I've got to cut it the size of the card template. But yeah, now I've had to create my own. I got Jesse to create him some card templates of his own because he kept stealing mine. It's pretty cool, isn't it? I was like, you're using them. You're using the card templates that you used to laugh at and think were ridiculous. P.S. I better make sure that this is the right layer. Yes, that's the right layer. Now, if you wanted to keep it even more simple and have no dies at all, like this thinking of you, you could just stamp that now, like directly on the paper without having to do the embossing, and keep it super duper simple then. In fact, let's just do that. I'll just show you what it looks like, because it's gorgeous, but it's just another way of doing this card in a simple way. So we've got the thinking of you. Let's just see. And in this set, we've even got the with sympathy too. I think that's the only one I haven't used. We'll see. Yeah, that fits really nice. And I think with the black and white, this is just a beautiful sympathy card as well. So can pop that on there. I think I'll pop it down below there. Now, because I haven't used this stamp before, just make sure you're in the screen. Because I haven't used this stamp before, I just like to stamp off a couple of times just to, you know, give it a little bit of inking and use before. I'm just going to bring you down a little bit here so that I'm towards me. Oh my goodness, there's so much stuff on this desk, it's ridiculous. I'm going to move those over the other side so I've got space. Okay, that looks better. Good. Lena says, I'm with you. I'm not good with math. Hi, Karen Driscoll. Hi, the Karen Driscoll. Wendy, Jamie made a fabulous card for his little brother this week. Oh, he still asks after you and remembers the Dino Days card you sent him. Oh, yeah, that was fun. we've got to look after our little ones too during this pandemic. We had a little get together with some of our friends' kids. They're like teenage age. And so we thought, you know what, let's have a little craft class with them. And we did one of the kits, the paper pumpkin kits, and it was so much fun. They just had such a fun time. We sent Uber Eats donuts to their house. So they had a lot of fun. And I think of my, my friends, like what would be a gift, a perfect gift for my friends to let them know that we're thinking of them during this time. And I thought entertaining their children. If I had children, that's what I would want. Tell my kids to stop saying that they're bored. Give them something to do. So yeah, it was really nice because then we got to do the cards, and then afterwards I said, now who are you going to send the cards to? Is there someone that you can think of that you could send that card to? And there was someone in our local area whose mum had died and her dad had already died as well, and she was just in the process of being adopted, and she's only like 6 or 7 years of age, lost both her mum and dad. So they sent her a card to let her know that they were thinking of her. So it's good training for these young ones to help them sort of think about other people and to not be so caught up in their own things that's going on, even though they're struggling too. But it does, I think that helps you with your struggle when you think about others and their struggle. Helps you cope with your own. When you help someone else. Oh, that looks so pretty. I might just put that on a smaller block because I think it's too big, that one. I've got a tiny one here. Yeah, there he is. Little tiny one. You have more. If it's too big, the block, it wobbles. And then when you wobble, you get... It doesn't look good. Yeah, so you just, no rhyme, no reason here. I'm just sort of stamping around with these flowers, just seeing where they all fit. And you want to stay, when you're doing a background like this, you want to stay close. Like, don't sort of stamp away thinking, oh, I'll stamp over there, because then all of a sudden you're left with a space that maybe you won't be able to fill. Because you've not left enough space to fit something in. So you just got to try and stay close to your design and work outwards, sort of thing. Hopefully that makes sense. Aww, right at the end here it's stamped, but I think we get away with it. We'll just put one of these flowers over the top and cover it up. But that's cool. How pretty is that? And so simple. We didn't have to do any embossing or anything like that. So we'll just assemble that because that's a nice, quick, simple card. So this is perfect for those of you that maybe haven't done stamping before. This is a really simple, easy card. Maybe you don't have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, so you can't do sort of the cutting with the machine. You just put all this together, and then we're just going to put those two, and then our card base, like so. And it's just going to look gorgeous. And if you want to, you can use dimensionals, which I'm going to do, but you could just stick it down as well. Up to you. Yeah, very, very simple card, but you know, sometimes it's nice having a few of these cards. You could stamp a number of these layers, different colors as well if you wanted to. Just gonna use my bone folder to fold this one down properly, because now it'll sit nice and flat. And then put some dimensionals here. Oh, good. I'm glad you like that. Just a very quick, simple one to begin with, and then we'll do our navy one, which is a little bit more complicated. Not much though. You know me, I like to keep my cards pretty simple. They look effective, but usually are very simple and easy to do, easy to replicate. And you can use these designs for all sorts of stamp sets. You know, you could do this type of stamping with a lot of different stamp sets. But I must say, I love these beautiful vine type things. They're so versatile. So we'll just stick this down. Now, if you wanted to with this as well, just for another, that looks great. Just for another idea, if you wanted to, you could in the background have a layer, which is our Poppy Parade layer. If you have the card templates, you would cut that size. And the Poppy Parade layer is a good one because it enables you to create like a background on top of your card. So you can see here, it still leaves a little bit of edge, but what it would do is you could use this with a piece of designer series paper behind. That's another way to change up this card. Or you could even do some embossing, right, with the Poppy Parade, and then that sits behind your beautiful project. So you don't have to just use these two layers. I've kept it really simple today, but if you wanted to add in that extra layer behind, even if you used the subtle embossing folder or something like that, or even though, because this is flowers, you could do some beautiful flowers or something like that behind. So a lot of versatility, especially when you have the card templates. They're going to help you to feel more confident in your card making. So you can see here, I've got the two cards. I'll just move that out of the way for a moment. You can see here how different it looks when you just cut down the size. This is framed, and they're both just as beautiful as one another, but I really love this look of just making it a little bit smaller, and it just has a really beautiful look there. So yeah, really good. I really wouldn't mind having a Bruno. Sorry about the lagging. I don't know why that's lagging, but anyway, all good. So let's move on to our navy one, since that was quite a popular one. Yes, simple but beautiful. And this one is the same. It's quite a simple card, but really, really good to do. So the first thing we're going to want to do, I've got my layers here that Bruno's cut for me because he's amazing. We've got our front layer, and then we've got our Whisper White layer. So again, really simple. I've kept it nice and easy. And what we're going to do to begin with, so this layer here is going to be behind, but what's really cool with this is we can actually cut out our die from this one as well. And we're also going to cut out our stitch nested shape too. So the die that I wanted to use was this one here because it's probably one of the bigger ones. But if you wanted to, you could totally use one of these other ones, but it just may not go right to the edge. Oh, this has got some tape on it still. I'll pull that off later. Or you could go for the circle and have the circle instead of the, you know, whatever you wanted to do. But I really wanted to use the stitch nested labels. So let's have a look here which one would be the right size. So we've got two sizes, and I'm pretty sure this second one here, oh no, I decided that was too small, so it was the bigger one of the second size. So it does have a little bit of a lip on the side. Let's have a look if that's the right one. Yes, that's it. So the bigger one there. So we're going to cut out two things here, and what I decided to do, rather than cut two sheets of the Whisper White, I just use this one because we don't need the inside anyway. So we're only utilizing one sheet of this Whisper White, and it's also going to be the background piece. Now, if you have the card templates, what size did we use? You may be wondering. So this one here, we used, I think we got a bit flirty. So yes, we've got Flirty Flamingo, and the mambo. So it goes like that. And then the card base for this one, I did the Gorgeous Grape base. I like using the Gorgeous Grape base for my landscape cards. So that's the layers that you need, the measurements for this card. If you have our card templates or the tutorial. Sometimes what I do as well with the card templates is you can just have the PDF with all the measurements. Like if I've said it's this color, this color, this color, don't feel like you have to cut them out. You can also have, a lot of people have laminated the PDF and they just refer to the measurements without the actual card. So you could just use it as a visual just to look at it that way, which is very handy. Now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine for us. Look at our little beauty. Now we can't use our mini for this one because, oh, actually I wonder if it is big enough. Let's have a look. I think it might be just on the cusp of too big. Maybe not. Although the size, see, it's the right size, but the size that we want to cut is a little bit too big. So that's why we couldn't use it. I do remember there was a reason why I couldn't use my mini for this one. So let's bring this in. Hopefully you can see that okay. Yeah, that looks all right. So our first cut is going to be this one here. Just line it up as best you can, but don't stress too much because I've got the top layer. There it is. So, hi. Oh, okay, see you soon. Okay. I might go this side actually, because the handle's at least on the right side then. There we go. Whee! And because it's a bit intricate, I'll come back. I'll do it twice. Now, this is where it's handy. I leave it on here. I'll just pop that down for a second just to show you. So I leave it on the tray, pull this off, and then just grab your little what's it called? Brush. Take your pick tool brush. So I've got it on the end of my take your pick tool. And just pop all them out. Try and keep them on your little plate. This is how I like to do it. And then once all that's all happy, then I can just grab my plate and tip it all in the bin. And remember that we're keeping this layer. We need this one as well, so don't chuck that accidentally. We're being resourceful today. And bing. Oh, it's really stuck on there. Good. So that's that one. Now our next layer is going to be, we're going to cut out the stitch, that one there. So just try and line it up as best you can. And then after that, we're going to do some stamping. I'm reminding myself because I stuck it down last night. I was like, oh, I've stuck it down and I haven't done the sentiment. I was like, oops. Should have kind of done that first, Kylie. Should have stamped first. So we'll pop that in there. And eyeball it as much as we can. If you want to, you can use some washi tape to keep it in place if you're a bit worried about it moving. But yeah, I like the rustic look. I like it to be a little bit crooked. Then they'll know it's handmade. They're like, oh yeah, Kylie made this, it's crooked. So yeah, that looks good. Because I think if you fiddle with it too much, it's like, ugh, it'll never be straight. Not perfectly. Here we go. Hi, Courtney, good to see you. I'm working with Vine Design Bundle. Yes, isn't it cool? It's one of those ones that you might have missed. Now again, you can keep this for another project somewhere else. Don't feel like it's not going to get used. I've got like a little bag, a baggie with all my, and it's kind of growing a bit actually, with all my little bits and pieces in there. Things to use later. Have some of you got that? I'm like, oh, I'll keep that in there. You never know when I might use that, when I might decide to make the most of it. Now, let's see if this works. Oh, I might have to still cut down. That's all right. We'll just cut those edges a bit. Can come in with some snips, or even, actually, I'll come in with my trimmer. Because that's the beauty about this trimmer. I've had a lot of people purchase the Stampin' Up! Trimmer this week. So this is what's really cool about this trimmer is I've come in part way and I can go whee all the way just to there, like not all the way, but I'm just bringing this in. I've got like a little line there that's telling me where I'm going. And then we can turn this, because it is a very, very good trimmer. We're all very happy with it here. The last Stampin' Up! Trimmer, the blades ran out very quick, but we're really happy with this one. And then the last piece you can do there. Yep. And so it enables you to cut on the inside, which is very cool. Look at that. So now we're going to look at this. Aldrina, we can get a copy for you, but you just need to be in Australia. If you're not in Australia, just let me know and I can organise someone that I know in another country to get it to you. Oh, we need a little bit on this end still. That's all right. We'll come in. We'll chop it. We'll chop it because we love to love it, chop it. So yeah, just let us know what country you're in and we can get you sorted. No problem. There we go. That should be hunky-dory now. Yay! Oh, it's really crooked. Typical Kylie card. Just got to laugh at yourself. So then all we're going to do, we'll stick those two together. I can do that now before I do the stamping. That's fine. And then we're going to stick this behind. Isn't that beautiful? It's so pretty and so simple. Actually, I will stamp it. We'll do the hello. Or we could do a different one. Let's have a look. Let's see what else we've got here. We've got a congratulations. Let's have a look here. I might do the thinking of you. Let's see if that fits okay. Yep, I like that one. Let's use that. Now, what I like to do with my sentiments, just to kind of get an idea of them being straight, I just pop my block on a piece of grid and then I just line up the sentiment with the grid line underneath. And at least for me, that gives me an idea that at least the sentiment is straight. Yes. And then we come in with some embossing powder. Now this Stampin' Up! Don't sell the little embossing buddy anymore, but you can easily get those. It just takes the static off the project. And I'll just use a piece of this piece that we stamped on before as our little base, because I really love this grid paper even for embossing too. I'll show you what I mean. So then I use the Versamark. All of this is available through Stampin' Up, through our store. If you want to do embossing, these are the tools that you need. I always like to check that it's the right way. And then just eyeball, sort of, you know, get an idea of where you want it to go. Again, you can line up your project here just to see you know, where it's sitting. And then stamp. And again, don't be too stressed out if it's not perfectly straight, because that's what makes it real. Baby boss, I love it. Beautiful. So you can see here we've got powder left over. So we just pick up our little grid paper, whee, and pop it back in. So none of that powder gets wasted. Goes back into our container. And now we're going to heat this powder so that it melts. It seems complicated, but once you get into the pattern of it, I use it all the time. I used to be petrified of it, so I understand if you get a bit worried. Simple. Look at that. Look how hot that looks. So pretty. So then we'll just get our glue, multi-purpose glue. Put that on the back. And I want to do it the other way because then I can see where it's lining up. I want to be able to visually see how crooked I am. Oh, it seems a little bit bigger than the other one. Hopefully it's cut okay. I actually like it. I think it looks good with a bigger border. See, it's good when someone cuts your cardstock for you because they cut it differently. Now all I did was just a bit along the top and bottom edge for this. If you wanted to and you have some old washi tape, it's another way of securing this as well, just an added sort of extra to make sure that that's sticking down. But once it sticks down to the dimensionals as well, because I'm going to add dimensionals on here, then that's going to give it even more secure. Yeah, probably even if you use some tear and tape along here, just to make sure that that stays nice and secure, up to you. But I'm going to use the dimensionals as well. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And you can put anything behind that. So gorgeous. It'd be nice to see this even like that opening up into the card. So pretty, isn't it? You just have to create like a hidden open this way so that your writing doesn't show up. So yeah, but it's just gorgeous. I love it, because then it would be see-through. Should we try it? I'm always like, I might try that. So how could I do it? I could probably cut it. Yes. Yeah, look at me. The only thing that I'm worried about with this is if you did this, you would probably have to cut it with that top layer. So if you did both of them together, then you could have that sort of see-through effect in your card. But then when it closed, it would still look like this. Anyway, we'll try that another day maybe, so that we can still do the other cards. What time are we at? Oh yeah, we've got time to do the other ones. But yeah, that would look hot. Really, really hot. It would be like, gorgeous! But yeah, it would have to be very neat. I think having something like that, like when you do two of them at once, but do them at the same time so that they line up spot on. And then you can have that see-through effect. You love the blue. Oh, that's good. So I'm going to do the dimensionals, as I mentioned, because I like dimensionals. And then this way we can just secure our section a little bit better too. So I've just sort of overlapped a bit of that, just to hold them in place and keep them happy. But again, just use, you could use some tear and tape, something like that, to just secure that in place. Make sure it's not moving anywhere. Good. So it's not going to be sort of secure on the edge, but I'm okay with that. Oh, actually, no, I'll pop a few on the edge too. Because, you know, we love dimensionals in this house. We're dimensional mad. Someone will see this and go, oh my goodness, what are you doing? Yeah. we use a lot of dimensionals, okay? No judgment. So we'll pull all those off. The backings. Actually, I didn't do the inside of the other card. We'll have to do the insert. Just something simple. But we don't want any nudie insides. There we go. Beautiful. I think they're all off. Yep. And that's opening the right way. It's always good to check. We've done it plenty of times where I've stuck it upside down. Beautiful. Now, piece of resistance for me, and you could use either the clear or the frosted. I really like the clear, but I tend to run out of the clear because I keep using them. But I really like, even just the one, I reckon makes an amazing difference. But if you want to go wild, like I have with my dimensionals, so you can just pick it up with your take your pick tool just to get underneath and make sure you're getting that sticker. Even the flat one is good too. So I just want to add a few of them. And as many of you know, I like to work in, see how there's a little bit of tape here. You can just sort of tuck it back in and use that. Use your tool to stick it back in. Oh, it's really trying to flip away. That's better. So I think I'm going to do 5. Going wild. There. And I think I'll do, yeah, there. Just trying to space them out, but use odd number. I like using odd numbers in my embellishments. Is that the right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. But looking at this, I feel like this one needs to be over here to balance it right. So you can just sort of very carefully just come underneath again. Prise that away. Come on, little one. We're doing surgery on you. You've got to move house. There you go. Do you like your new house? I think your new place looks great. Oh, left the little sticky bit behind. Maybe he doesn't want to move. Oh yeah, we got him. Gotcha. There you go. Yeah, I like it there. So pretty. You can't see it that well on the camera, but I really like them. You like that? Yeah, the foam tape roll would be awesome. Oh, Sigrid. The card's so wonderful. Words fail me. That's so beautiful. It's very simple, but yeah, I really like it. I think it's a great way to use these dies. And remember, as I said before, you can use any shape and then pop it behind. It gives it a completely different look. So should we do the next one? This is amazing. I love being organized like this. Let's try our next ones, because then everyone's happy. I like everyone to be happy and everyone to get what they're looking for. So we've got these two here, so we're going to do a little bit of blending. So what do we need to begin with? We need to cut out our die here that's going to be our mask, and that's this one here. We've also got this die, and we've also got one of the stitch nested dies. I think this one's a bigger one, yeah, so we'll do the smaller one. Let's have a look here which one it was that I used, because I wanted to frame that thinking of you really nicely. So that's that one. And should we try a different colour? Because, you know, it is Kylie. What colour should we do, everyone? Should we change it up? Should we do Gorgeous Grape? That would be pretty spectacular, wouldn't it? I'll do one of the purples. Maybe Highland Heather. Oh, something just fell. Oh, it's a doorbell. Maybe we can do Highland Heather and see how that looks, because that would be really pretty. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you're enjoying that. I think we'll do, what am I vibing? Let's try something vibrant. Let's try Gorgeous Grape. Oh, thank you. I thought you cut out the stitch with it, the stitch label die. Oh, good. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you could probably do that, Sally, if you wanted to, but I kind of like that 3D effect that it has, because it's sort of sticking up above, and you probably wouldn't realize that until it's in your hot little hand, that it's raised up a bit. Ooh, I do love Bermuda Bay. Although I am channeling a bit of green today. Maybe I should do like Just Jade or something. Oh, Gorgeous Grape, my favourite. We've all got our favourites, don't we? But I mean, it would be nice to do something quite vibrant. But you can do any colour, and whatever colour you choose is just going to be like your background. It will be the choice of your background then. And then if I go darker, I'm just going to have to go a little bit darker for the base. Like on here, I've done Smoky Slate. And I get away with it because the Blushing Bride is quite subtle. But I'll probably, if I do the Gorgeous Grape, I might do like a basic black base, or even like a grey. Yeah. So let's have a look. We'll try the, what am I looking in? I think I'm looking in Gorgeous Grape. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sigrid. Yeah, it looks embroidered, doesn't it? So let's do Bourgeois Grape. Yes. And I think we'll put the basic grey with her. I think that will look really hot. Yeah. I'll bring the black over just in case. And what else do I need? I think that's the main thing, isn't it? And then the ink. That could help. Yes, I think that's it. Stanza! Jessie will be excited because Jessie's favourite colour is Gorgeous Grape. She loves the purples. We'll do it for Jessie. So I'll cut them down first. So all we're going to do is, and actually I'll probably need another Gorgeous Grape, although I've probably got it cut here. Let me check this. Ooh, I think I do have it already cut. So I've got two bases already. So one base I've actually done lengthwise. You don't have to, you can just do them the normal cut, like so, which is that cut in half. That is your, what layer is the base? Bermuda Bay. No, not Bermuda Bay. Gorgeous Grape base. If you're with the card templates, I'm just checking to make sure that these are cut. No, that one's cut a bit skew-if, so we might have to make our own. And that one just needs to be, oh no, that's spot on. Good. So that's one. I'll just check these ones here because I've got a few spares. Surely one of these is cut right. Maybe that's why I've got so many spares, because they're all cut down. They are. I'll have to cut this one in half. The right size. It's always good to check your measurements, because you can never assume that even though it looks like it's the right size, it may not be. So we've got those two. I'll just fold those in half, and then we'll do our other layers. Oh, actually, we don't need one of these. We need the grey. Oopsie. Good thing I didn't cut that long one. It was already cut. So, brilliant. This is the, not the Cajun Craze base. What base is this one? Calypso Coral base. So if you have the card templates, Calypso Coral. And I might just do the next layer, because I do like it on here, but it's just a little bit too fine. I want a little bit more of the gorgeous grape showing. So what I'll probably do is, let's look at our card templates. I think I'll do, I don't want it too small, because then the die, oh, actually if the die's not completely on, it actually will look quite hot. I've got this one here as well. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. The Poppy Parade, and then the Flirty. So then more of the gorgeous grape is going to show up for this card. So that's these are the template sizes here for this one. That's the 3 templates: Flirty, Poppy, Calypso. And then this one, so I'll keep that there for my guide. This one here, I like it this size. So I think we did Poppy, and then, is this Mambo? Yeah. Poppy and Mambo. Good. Got my measurements now. Cooking with gas. In fact, Bruno's probably done all of the other cuts for me. Haha, yay! He has. Thank you, Bruno. I'll just steal those, but I'll just cut this down a little bit. Good. And that's for my, he's even got the cutout for my die. Go, Bruno. Love it. Chop it. So this one is ready to go. Although he's done it a little bit different sizing. It's not as close. So I'll just cut that down a little bit. What size is that one? Yeah, it just needs to be cut down to melon. So let's do that one. This is the best distraction, hanging out with all of you. So good. Hopefully I haven't cut that too small. Perfect. Love it. So I've actually done this size a little bit smaller, but I like it. So it's, this size is actually the Flirty, yeah. Flirty and Mambo, and then the gorgeous grape base. So they're the layers that you need for this card. Okay, so you can take a screenshot of that. I'll just fan this out. They're your layers for this card. And then we've got, I do need that base. Where did my gorgeous grape base go? I think this is the right one. Look at me, I've got things everywhere. Don't do 2 cards at once, people. It gets very confusing. Yes, good, that's the right one. I'm like, I'm confusing myself all over the place. Let me just finish one and then do the other, Kylie. Okay, that one's done. So that's all of that for that one. Now we'll do this one, one at a time. And I've got that, good. So we just need the gorgeous grape layer, which we decided would be Poppy Parade. I can do that. Okay, I'm back with you. I know what I'm doing now. I think. There. And there. And then we'll need a piece for the sentiment as well. Good. So we've got this, and then this layer. Hopefully this layer is what I'm looking for. Yes, because we wanted a little bit more showing behind there. I really like that. And it will probably make more sense once the die goes on, and this will be the die size. Oh, that's a good size. Yep, and we can come in the middle there. Bravo! Cooking with gas. So this card here, just so that you've got those measurements, is, let's make sure I've got the right one before I, no, it's this one, Flirty. Yes, so that's that one. Okay, that's the second card, template layers. Calypso Coral, Poppy Parade, and Flirty Flamingo. Okay, good. Now let's craft. We've done our chopping. So we want to come in and cut our die. This is going to be the base of both cards. Oops, something else fell down. Everything's falling off the table. It's getting pushed to the back and falling down. This doesn't matter how this is cut. It doesn't need to be center, thank goodness, because I wouldn't be able to get it center if I tried. And I forget what I was going to do in the first place. I love it. We get each other. We're same, but different. Isn't this beautiful? Look at this die. Aren't you in love? Sometimes when you see it for yourself, you're just like, oh, wow. I knew it was pretty, but I didn't know it was that pretty. That's how I felt when I did it yesterday. I was like, or last night, it's like, that is gorgeous. It's such a delicate, beautiful, and it's just joined perfectly. Like, it's quite flimsy, so you do need to be careful with it, because it does sort of move, and I'll show you what I did to sort of keep it in place. It may even be a good idea, and I did last night, use thick Whisper White, and it seemed to be a little bit more sturdy then, but we'll work with this. Now, make sure I grab the right things. So I need this one here, which is this project here. I've put the project on top of it so I don't confuse myself. And then we need to make sure it's the smaller layer. Yes, good. So I'll put that with the card back here. I can easily confuse myself. And then I'm just going to bring in my sponging. And I just like to go in a bit of a circle motion. Well, while I was doing this, I just ended up grabbing it like this. Now, because this is quite dark, this is going to be quite interesting doing sponging with this. But I wanted to, and maybe start with light if you're going to do sponging. Don't start with the dark because it can be quite full on to deal with. But just sort of brush off a bit first and then come in. And just softly, softly. You don't have to be too ferocious with this, but then you can get sort of more and more firm as you've sort of started it off. So just come in and just being quite gentle, because this die is so fragile. You can see I'm holding sort of both sides. Come in with more ink and get into those grooves. going to come in and just being mindful. You don't want it sort of flipping up. Now when you lift it, you can see here it's got this gorgeous design behind. I actually really like it with this darker colour. Now, next piece, just sort of hold that in place. If it moves a bit, that's okay. You can just pop it all back in place. And then we're going to do this next side. So you're sort of moving your hand for placement. Again, you can totally just use some washi or something like that to keep this in place. But I found that this worked fine for me. And it just meant, because you could use washi and then it could end up ripping or something like that. And it's like, oh no. No. Isn't that fun? Okay, let's check it. Let's see if we're happy with it. Yes, you ready? Dun, 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 dun. Isn't that beautiful? Ah! It's the best. Doing the masking is so good. Now, I was very mindful that I kept this white section here off the paper. So it always was this section here getting sponged. So this section here is going to get darker and darker, and hopefully this is still going to stay quite light. So just keeping that in mind, because I wanted that sort of ombre look. But you know, you could just do a few of these and just have them, not necessarily for a mask, but to sponge them and then use them. You know, totally up to you. I'm going to come in here again. The one good thing about doing it in the darker color is you don't actually have to sponge, like layer it as long. Like with the Blushing Bride, I found I had to come in quite a number of times to get good coverage. But with this, it's very good. So it's a little bit more time consuming, this sponging bit, but I think it's really fun. It's a beautiful technique. It's a nice way to use your dies, and you can do this with any die, really. Okay, we ready? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! There's a little bit here that I want to define a bit more. So if you find a section isn't as defined as you'd like, then you can just come on in and sponge around it a little bit darker. The little leaves seem to be the problem child, because it does move quite a bit. But, you know, that looks pretty good. And then this section here. So you might even want to aim to get those little leaves that are wobbly. See how they're quite fine? You can have them sort of off the page so that you're not using them. I'll just bring this round so it's a little bit more friendly for me. There we go. Yeah, it's a lot better. Hopefully you are all crafting along with me, or doing some chopping, just something. Just a little bit in this leaf here. Yay! Very happy. And I think I'll leave this section down the bottom here. What I'll do is we'll do some sponging just to bring some colour there and some colour there. Gorgeous! What do you think? Isn't that pretty? You've created your own little background. And then what do we think of this? I think that's come up really pretty. So you can see here, it's just really fun to use it as a die, but you can see the depth of colour in here. And I'm not going to play with this anymore. I think just having this beautiful ombre section at the bottom, and then it kind of is darker here in the centre, which is actually fun. It's really nice. We'll see it against the Whisper White. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So pretty. And then I'll use the, I'll actually get some basic grey. Oh no, I'll do the basic black actually. So let's do this one first because this is nice and easy. This one requires a little bit of cutting. So let's do our simple one first. And then all I did was just layer these, glue them down. Yes. This glue is about to say, I'm empty. He's on the cusp. Yep, good. And I like the thank you. I think that looks really cute. The thank you or the hello, whatever you prefer. So pop that on there. Get our basic or memento black. Now I'm just going to do this first because, and I'll just lay this on here. Because if there did happen to be a big boo-boo, at least I haven't wasted this beautiful die. I can just place it there and then it's like, at least it's just a little bit of cardstock that has been wasted. This is nothing worse. And again, I've just lined it up on the grid on here so that I've got an idea. Ooh, it's a little bit crooked. You'll all forgive me. The person who gets it will forgive me too. And then all I did here is, because I didn't have this, you could put adhesive tape first. But because I used it for the sponging, I didn't really want to have the adhesive sheets on the back. So I'm just dotting, la la la. Not too much, you don't want it to ooze out afterwards. But just, you know, little dots, just applying a little bit of pressure to the Tombow glue. Another way you could do it, if you don't like using the Tombow glue because it's a bit messy, you could probably do a few glue dots and pop them on. And then just make sure that we're putting it the right way around and in the right place. Stunning! And it doesn't matter if, you know, not all of it stuck down, because I think having these little pieces here still staying up, I think adds to the gorgeous dimension of this beautiful die. Isn't that pretty? Yay! Kylie made me do it. Kylie gave me permission. Yes, I know, it's so pretty. Like so pretty. And then just very simply, again, I've brought in my little epoxy dots and just put 2 up here and then 1 down the bottom. And then 1 down here. Good. Just really simple, but so elegant. Ah, isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I really love that. And you could easily sponge any of these dies. Like, you know, we've got this gorgeous oval one. So any of these are going to come up, and they're going to come up differently each die, because they've all got different designs on them, and it's going to bring out some really, really beautiful designs. So you could even have that oval like this, or just have the whole square like this, and just do this exact same design, but just do it with each one of these dies, and just do some sponging over the top with your brush. There's that one. Yes. Gorgeous. Grape. I like that. Isn't that amazing, the difference? One's done with the subtle colours and then one with the darker, and they both look amazing, don't they? Yeah, and I think that could be the case, Denise. I think Denise brings up a good point. She said maybe having the adhesive sheets behind might make it more stable when you're blending. The only thing that I was thinking was maybe with the sponging it may not go through as well, but we'll test it. That's the best way to find out, isn't it? Give it a go. Use the adhesive sheets first and then see if it blends okay on if you're doing this technique here. Obviously it's going to be great when you're blending on here. It'll be perfect. So yeah, try the adhesive sheets. It probably will help a lot. Now we're going to come in with this one. We'll do some a sentiment, and we'll also do our little cut. Now I'm going to do the thinking of you, and I'm going to white emboss that on gorgeous grape. We've got our piece here that we're using. So I've got the Versamark. I just sort of go a little bit away from the edge on both sides because I'm going to come in with a die, and I don't want it to cut off the edge. Yep, perf. Bring this back in. Lid on. Clear. Lid on, clear. And then we'll emboss this. I'm just trying to find the lid to the Versamark. Oh, there it is. Clear. The actual die set, that's a good question. It's part of the vine design, but what is the name of the actual dies? I will get that for you. Beautiful. No, it's not that one there. I'm like, where is the container for this? Where is the... Ooh, I think I found it. Flowering vine dies. That is the exact name of the dies. But it is part of the, yeah, the vine design bundle. So we've done this. Now what I'm going to do is something a bit tricky with these dies, because it's a lot of fun to cut them down. So I'm just going to run it through once, close to the edge of this sentiment. It's a little bit puffy because of the embossing, but let's see if I can get it. I might have to use my washi to keep it in place. Oh, that might work. Yes, gotcha. I'm such a lazy crafter. I'm like, if I can make it easy, I will. Yeah, my Versamark's so dirty. Thank you, Bev. Thanks for coming. Nice to have you here. What is that piece of... Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, I want this to have both ends with the pretty edge. So all I'm going to do is run it through again, but this time like so. I don't know if a lot of you have used this technique. It's a lot of fun, and it just means that you've got a lot of versatility with your dies then as well. You just got to make sure that it sits snug in the die. You can feel it sort of almost like clip in place. You can feel that it's sitting snug, it's sitting inside where it should, and then hopefully when I move my hand, yes, it will stay there. And then squash, and I'll just come in a bit more just in case. And let's see how this looks. Oh, I missed a little bit, but that's all right. We'll do a little bit of surgery with that, bit of snips, so that you'll never ever know. Just the thousands of you watching today. Oh, can't see a thing. All good, nothing to look at here. Good, so that's that little sentiment, and it's probably a little bit out, but you know, you forgive me. I'm performing live. And please make sure you subscribe too if you haven't subscribed already. And then this, I'm going to do something a little bit different with this one. Because we've got a little bit of white space down here, I'm going to put that there. Just because I can. Because, you know, I love to change things up, don't I? Change the colour, change the layout. It's just like a small little change, but it just makes it fun when you're doing duplicates of something. Yay! That looks so cute. So now, oops, there goes all the plates. Now we should have this gorgeous little frame. Ah, I really love it down there. It looks really cute. So let's start compiling. So we want to do this onto the Whisper White. So I'm just going to grab some of my Tombow and glue that down. You could raise this up. It's up to you if you want to put this on dimensionals. But I'm just going to put the sentiment and the stitched nested die on dimensionals. I want them to be the hero. There we go. And then we're going to bring in our dimensionals for these. Look at me, I'm like, where are the dimensionals? Where have you gone, little ones? Oh, found them. They were underneath the black cardstock. Bruno's home. They've been very good today, those doggies. The doggies that we're dog sitting, their mum and dad are moving into their house on Tuesday. So it means that we've had them for, I think, almost 3 months now. We've been helping out our friends with their dogs. So yeah, they'll probably be jet setting to Queensland next week. I think we'll miss them. You get used to having them around. The only thing I won't miss is the barking. I said that to their mum and dad. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're so annoying when they bark. But actually, they've stopped, which is unbelievable. Although I shouldn't speak too soon. Yeah, love it. So pretty. Ah! So nice. Although this is a bit crooked. I just want to bring this up a little bit. Maybe the whole die is crooked. I love it. What do you think? I really like it in the corner there. I think that looks fun. So let's have a look at our one before. Let's compare them both. And that's the new one. Isn't that fun? So can you believe that? I can't believe how many cards we made today. Tell you what, it pays to be organised, doesn't it? Ah! Ah! Go, Kylie! Thank you. I can hear you all clapping. Thank you. I think I've outdone myself. I don't think I'll ever have an epic class like this again. Don't expect it next week. Don't let me set a precedent. I know, I love it too. So pretty. So I'll show all the ones that we did today. So we've got this one, the purple, and the purple. So they're all our ones from today. So good. Thank you for all of your help. Thank you, Carol. You've made my day. That's the goal. I'm exhausted after making all those cards. Yeah, my goal is that if I do enough of the same card, then I just have to make you get the bundle. You just have to have it. Thank you for all my claps. Yay! No, please don't worship me. I'm just a human. I'm an imperfect human. I'm very happy. Thank you so much for joining me today. And it's such a great distraction with all the craziness that's going on around here at the moment. There we go. Let's see if I can get them all in. Yay! How cool is that? I'll come right back here actually. Yee, lots of cards. Yay! I might even put this one. I think the blue will go nice with this. Yay! So happy. Lots and lots of cards. Yay! I need to get the dies ASAP. Yay! Order the bundles. I love being an enabler. I really do. But what I love about this is that once you get your dies and your stamp, you can come back to this video, and then hopefully it means that you will replicate exactly what I've done. Like, please copy them, and if you copy them, just let us know, because we want you to use what you're purchasing. And all through this week, I'll highlight each one of these cards on my blog, kyliebertucci.com, and then you'll get, you know, lots of ideas and tips on using that bundle. So we are not in quarantine or lockdown here in Victoria, although there was a case, I think 2 days ago, from the hotels. And it seems like it's the South African strain. So we're in like tentative lockdown, in the sense that they've just cut down how many people you can have in your home. But yeah, we'll probably find out in the next couple of days whether we go into lockdown here in Victoria. WA, I think they come out today. They had a case in the hotel and they locked down. But yeah, we're doing pretty good here in Australia. Thank you, Ruth Ann. Thank you. Yes, thank you all very much. I'm so glad. So yes, if you want our tutorials, check them out. You know, lots and lots of ideas. Our number one goal has always been that we don't want you just purchasing, but we want you using what you're purchasing. So if you're new to stamping and you're watching our channel and you live in Australia, please contact us. You can order through our online store. This is our link for our online store that you can order from. But we're happy to help you. You can email, ask for a catalogue, whatever you need in order to get crafting. And remember that you'll be able to get the card making course. I'll just see if anyone new got the card making course while we were chatting. No new card making courses. Maybe once we finish. Maybe then. Someone did mention actually loveitchopit. If you're not part of our loveitchopit workshop, that's another thing that we love to help people use their designer series paper. So you can click on that link and sign up for our free workshop. It's a Facebook group where you can join and get a lot of support. And yes, I have to do the inside of these cards, by the way. I haven't done, they're all nude. They're all nudie runs. So I'll just fix that up afterwards because I wanted to get through them all. An hour and 50 minutes. That's amazing. So today, this afternoon, I've got the Crazy Crafters, my team. We're doing a video with them, the weekly updates, just to let them know what's happening with Stamping Up and what's going on. So yeah, we'd love to have you in our team. Remember that if you wanted that beautiful butterfly bouquet set, which PS, look out for something. I'm pretty sure we're going to do something with that, whether it's a tutorial bundle or something like that to help you use those products. Oh, I'm glad you love the Love It Chopper group, Karen. It is a really fun group. But yeah, we'll have a lot of help and assistance and ideas with those products as well. So yes, very exciting times. Lots going on. We're thinking of all of you and your families, and we have a lot of empathy because even with our family right now, health is not the best. And it's a stressful time, but we're thinking of you all. And please let us know what's happening. Give us an email and just say hi. If you enjoy our videos, we love hearing from you. It keeps us encouraged. Knowing how it helps you helps me to keep going. Because this morning, I'm telling you, Bruno came in at like 9:30 and I'm meant to be going live at 10. And he's like, "Hun, it's 9:30. And I'm like, oh. I was like, do I have to get out of bed? Do I have to face reality? But, you know, once I'm here, I'm so happy that I'm here and that I'm here with all of you. You keep us motivated. You keep us crafting, and I'm really appreciative of that. It keeps me in a good routine. And they say, you know, routine's a good thing when you're going through tough times. So thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping us to keep helping you. Because you help us a lot. But let us know how we help you, because we love hearing your stories and how these videos assist you. And even hearing Joanne say that she finally took the plunge and chopped her paper, it just makes me so happy to hear that. That's really good. So big hugs to all of you. Keep well, keep safe, and you know, keep watching those craft videos to keep you entertained during this crazy time. And just remember, you know, good things are to come. It feels like we're not going to get our way out of it, but good things are to come, and things will get better. They always do. So we're sending our love to all of you, and trying to give you some positivity during a really tough time. So big hugs. Mwah! Love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week ahead. And thank you for being here either live or watching the replay. Oh, hugs. Bye, everyone. See you next week.